I want to have a big sword game. That was my goal. We're 2 games in and have not come close to buying a big sword yet, but one of these games. Hey, Dracula, thanks for the prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, every class looks pretty one-dimensional when you try to climb with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, max HP doesn't really matter. What matters is just like how much damage that you can take. Like, DR there is also an absurd amount of effective HP when we have 3 armors. Like, our total hit pool is probably close to like 3k. I've seen it before. Do you chew through 3k? You usually don't. It usually involves, like, you shut down their offense somehow. And then eventually win, either in fatigue or you're playing some 100 DPS weapon yourself.
Okay.
We do have a much lower hit pool in the shields, too. With 2 spike, I can go claws or pets, try to get 5 empower up quickly. What does 5 empower get you? It just gets you a 30% chance to resist debuffs. No, I think it's like $12 on Steam. I don't know if the free demo is still available. I haven't checked. Yeah, no, I think if I have claws, I'd want to take Knuckles rather than Wolf Companions. This is a turn 3 axe. Probably supposed to take this axe. It's not necessarily a double axe game. You lose exclusively to debuffs. I mean, blind is a good debuff, but I don't know, I feel like there are other ways around that than... Like, it's not the best way around blind, even in the subclass options. This class has a ton of ways to deal with poison. Are you really losing to chill? I feel like nobody's playing cryo builds.
Okay.
You're interested in it baseline? I guess, but if blind is the main thing that I'm worried about from debuffs, I'm much more interested in Brass Knuckles. Which also gives me really nice damage and doesn't make me spend a bunch of gold buying pets. I guess like this eventually also gives good crit chance, but it is just so much slower. My favorite class? It varies from day to day, from patch to patch. Right now, I don't know, maybe... I enjoyed the Reaper climb. Flexing between Hammer Dagger and the Poison comp was kind of fun. There were a couple different ways to build the Poison comp. This in the bag.
Yeah.
I think there's a good dog build at all. No. I don't know when you'd want to take it. I feel like everything the dog subclass does, one of the other subclasses does better. That's an issue that I have with a lot of the new subclasses, is they just feel kind of generic. There's a lot of overlap in when I'd want to take them. And usually one of the subclasses does much better than the others. God damn it, it's a double axe game. Hey, Dumbledore, thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 9 months. Welcome back. Third banana. We still need speed. I don't want an armor yet either.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get away with a lot of stuff. Even in Diamond, I think you can get away with a lot of stuff. Like, in the end, you will be able to get carried by the defensive layers that Berserker has, playing suboptimal stuff. I've run into Hammer Dagger Ranger a couple times. It's one of those comps that looks like Exodia when it gets together, but you're probably never supposed to actually go for it, because it doesn't come together. That's my impression of it from looking at it, and from playing Hammer Dagger Ranger in the past. But I could be wrong. It looks sick.
Okay.
But, like, it also looks terrible on rounds 8, 9, and 10. And you don't have the coffin to reward you for going hammer early like Reaper does. Um...
Okay.
Double Axe, the only Berserker build. It is... There's a lot of weapons that work on Berserker, but Double Axe is the easiest one to get together, so why would you go anything else? Like, you'd rather spend the gold on other things. Like, Double Axe lets you basically spend 12 gold on it and then not have to worry about offense for the rest of the run. And you get to spend the 10 gold early when you're still buying commons and rares, rather than, like, trying to go for Buster Sword on Godlies. Or having to spend a bunch of gold to get, like, a hero sword together early. So none of these are on sale. Brass Knuckles Axe could work. That's been what I've been jamming. Brass Knuckle Axe feels really good. But Hammer Dagger Berserker? Yeah, like, that's a thing that you can do. It's just more expensive than Axe. With Gem, Anvil. I guess I haven't tried a whole lot of Anvil. I don't hate Anvil. It just doesn't solve the blind problem. Does Axe do that other weapons don't? It's 12 gold. Like, you just spend 12 gold and you're done. I guess I'm happy to upgrade this now. We're gonna need to move a bunch of stuff. We don't need heroic potions anymore, right? Since we took the anvil, we're just gonna try to sustain. Gloves. I guess I can hammer these to have another upgraded unit, upgraded item. Didn't see exactly how they solved blind. Yeah, I don't know how I'm solving blind with Anvil. That seems like it's going to be a struggle. Do I think we will get a change to Ripsaw soon? Probably not. I don't know why we would. Divine Pots. Maybe? Divine Pots are so pricey. It's just this, and we grab this next turn. I got an Occultist lately. I don't know which one Occultist is. Yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
Simply be lucky and hit your 60%. Push under half health potion. Once you go berserk, it clears debuffs and you kill them almost instantly. Yeah, my only concern there is that it does have to be instantly. Otherwise the I guess Gubert's a bit slower than it used to be. Maybe it's okay. Flames aren't doing anything. I want to get this somewhere. There's this. May as well combine it for the flame. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. You're able to beat the blind from the hybrid version. Ow. Better gemmed. Just buying gems is still good. Wasting the square anyway. Could just sell 3 flames. Grab a fanny pack. Sell a garlic and 2 flames. Better from the boot. I want it just for the anvil. Like, usually, yes. I don't usually like upgrading these things, but I don't know. They were cheap.
Okay.
Just one crafted item short. It's a full anvil. I may have overpaid to maximize this anvil, but here we are. Should probably try to get the bananas of the bag, but
Okay.
I mean, if there's any fight that it's good to have these boots for, it will be this one. I think. I mean, they're not doing anything with the frost, but it is there. How much frost did they even apply? Would have been a little bit more. See some people not run the hammer in bag because of thorns. I think shield is the bigger reason to not run it. I could definitely see cutting it. Interested in the Shield of Valor. Answer's a big maybe. To be fair, I have also been traumatized by blind enough to be sitting on a health potion on my bench so that I can health potion into divine potion. So, I wouldn't really call other players traumatized. I am not one to judge. These are pretty good.
Okay.
Bad. Yeah, I mean, the meta's changed pretty substantially with there being 2 new classes. Like, part of the reason why blind was bad was because Reaper has a bunch of ways to ignore blind with all the poison comps. And the main way that Ranger scales damage is through the mechanic that makes blind bad. Like, luck cancels out blind. Now there's 2 more classes that don't have as good ways to play around blind. They're not as rewarded for stacking the counter to blind, because luck doesn't give them crit. And Ranger has a way of yoinking blind away with swirls while also being a good like goop trigger. Chilies. Yeah. Hard to have chilies to race a light cube though. Or a dark saber. It's possible, but it's much easier to have the blind than enough chilies to counter the blind. It's not like you just take your subclass item and all of a sudden it doesn't matter how much blind your opponent's applying. It just gets eaten by your luck. It's on sale, but how am I fitting it? Wait. Oh, because it's already combined. Okay, do I want this combined? Probably, right? It goes to 50% from 30%. Yeah, that's fine. Sun armor. You could. I don't hate it, but it's even more space. I think it's easier to just make a dragon scale.
Okay.
You don't sustain heat. Well, the idea is not that you have to sustain heat, but you just throw the flames around the sun armor, and it's enough heat for the fight most of the time. I mean, I'm not seriously considering it, but it is worth acknowledging that it's something that you can do here. Hey, Ladrian. Lantern's pretty good. It gives it a defensive layer to the comp while also being some burst. It was definitely better before the nerf, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's still the subclass that you want to go for on that comp. Move Stamp Pack and Potion Belt lower left, so I can Glove Banana. I buy it. I can also just cut this Forging Hammer now. This doesn't need to be in. Okay, so remove this. Chain that over. I want to fit the potions in too. Oh. Yeah, you could. This wants to be on a corner. I set this up in a way that there is no space. If I do this, that can go there, that can go there, that frees this up. Yeah, I mean, technically we could get more value on these fanny packs, but I am not concerned with that.
Okay.
Outgemmed. Any of this matter? Collar's great. Playing Anvil and Diamond? I don't know, I was playing a bunch of claws. We fought a couple claws tonight. Or not claws, knuckle. It's usually either knuckle or anvil. Kind of room for this, do I? This is 2. I could put it here, but then there's not a spot for the stam sack. I could like move these down. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Nice armor! Ripsaw's very good design, though. Powerful, but situational. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what the balance of... like, how strong you want techie units to be in a game with no scouting. Ripsaw's gone through a lot of iterations of, like, sometimes it's just the best generic weapon to buy from the store. Like back when HLS longbow was good. You played Ripsaw not because it was good tech against other builds, but because it was just the best thing to spend your stamina on in general. It invalidate. Yeah, like that's... It doesn't feel like you did anything wrong when you run into a Ripsaw on turn 9 playing Reaper Bloodthorn. But, like, you just, like, lost a bunch of lives running into the Bloodthorns because they happened to be a Bloodthorn comp. It didn't matter what else they were doing. It's just, oops, there was a Bloodthorn on their board. Or, oops, there was a Ripsaw on their board. Time to lose some lives. And you eventually got out from under that, but... the times when it felt like just a tech item felt kind of bad, I think. This goes here. This goes here. And the times that it wasn't just a tech item, it was still invalidating comps. Because people were buying it incidentally. Like, I think the texture of those sorts of items is way different in games that have scouting, and you're trying to buy them specifically to counter things that you know you're going to fight against. Or, like, just trying to blind counter things that are popular in the meta doesn't feel fun for anyone. At least that's been my take on it. Especially for stuff that's as core as using your stamina. Like, normally you want your stamina to be the thing that you're building around. You're not building around a Ripsaw. You were hoping to queue into comps that Ripsaw is good against. That's good. More speed on my axe. It's probably good. Draco Orb now, too. Yeah, Draco Orb reminds me a lot of how Ripsaw played back when Ripsaw was just generically strong. Like, the tech value on it doesn't matter. You're buying it for the crits. But it blows people out who are trying to play the thing that you're explicitly countering. Playing Thorn Ranger feels miserable because every Pyro has Draco Orb. I want us to go here. Could optimize these fanny packs a bit more.
Yeah.
That worked. The technology. I don't know how much blind they actually put on us, but... oh. Well. The technology! Rotate top right fanny on axe. Move duffel to make up for it. Isn't this rotate top? Oh, top right fanny on axe. Wait, yeah. Top right fanny on X. Move duffel one line left. What are we doing? I guess we have this hole here. The 1x1 on the gloves. Did I do all this just to get another 10% on my axe? I think I did. Yeah, this is what I meant when I said last turn. There's probably a way, well, to get this fanny pack on the axe, but it is a lot of effort. This is a lot of effort. That I was talking about. Did I brick anything? I don't think I did. Something I wanted to do over here. Hey, Casanova, thanks for the prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can let these combine because I have an extra ruby. We could also go second health potion on the divine. That's probably good. We can get out of this box of riches, maybe. I'll stay at it one more turn.
Okay.
Glad you're enjoying the content. We did it! I thought I was getting discomforted out, but I guess there's no amethysts anywhere. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, their discomfort was basically the same healing reduction that we have in our gems. We have more healing reduction in our gems than they have in discomforts. And I have a ruby in my armor. Fire replaced my Anvil gem. Yes, it did. Discomfort's a little out of fashion. Maybe. Discomfort tends to be at its best when comps care about buffs. The healing reduction's a big mode too, but everyone's already playing scared of amethysts. When everyone's already playing around getting amethysted. hard to justify spending 7 gold to upgrade your cap into effectively 2 chipped amethysts. If that's all it's doing. I have a lot of gold. Just chilling. We're probably not going to do anything with it, but we might as well spend it. Oh. Yeah, whatever. None of a gem slot anyway, right? Oh, that's a gem slot.
Okay.
I mean, Stone Cap sort of lets you spend 6 gold on a potion to double your base cap and not take up more slots. Almost double. Like, I think Stone Cap's in an okay spot. The numbers on it make sense.